There we go. Wonderful. Okay, welcome everyone. If you just joined, we'll be starting standing. We need a mat and a set of really light weights. If you don't have light weights at home, 2 soup cans are perfect. We'll be starting on our feet, weights in hand, in a nice wide position. I'll talk you through the entire class and dance it with you. So as long as you can see and hear me, you should be able to follow along quite easily. Just make sure you have room around you to lift a limb in either direction, but not too much space is required. Here we go. Okay. So as I said, nice and wide, turned out, externally rotated. And I'd like you to think of your pelvis like a bowl of water. So we were trying not to spill the water out of the bowl by tipping the pelvis forward or tipping it backwards. We want to lower it straight down and up. Your hip bones should be facing directly forward. And we're just taking a soft demi-plie. So plie simply means to bend. Let's take right arm up the outside, over the head, join it with the left, and control it back down, one arm at a time. So you're framing your face, gathering the air, shoulder blades laying flat against the back. Very nice, scooping wide. Drawing the lower abdominals in as you do so, and drawing the navel towards the spine. Good. Now, 2 arms together, opening wide to meet at the top, slowly control it down. Keeping a little bend in the elbows. We're just drawing a circle shape in the air, warming up the shoulder joints, getting the blood flowing. Now back to one arm, palms down, waving up, floating down. Waving up, floating down. That's it, soft through the wrist and the elbow. Palms facing down. 2 arms together. I like to call this swan lake arms. Bringing the wrists together over the head. Long waist. That's it. Try and close the ribs. Draw the ribs towards the center line. Now back to palms up. Let's lift as you go down. Half height, shoulder height only with the arms. Good. Now all the way up, half down. All the way up, half down. Keep that little bend in the elbow. All the way down, now half up again. Palms facing down. Palms face the floor. Now all the way up, half down. Soften the wrist, soften the elbow. All the way down, no arms, just 4 plies. Little deeper now. Relaxing in the crease of the hip. Right arm reach in front of the body, half height. Keep a little bend in the elbow. It's a half circle. Yes. All the way up, all the way down. Keep that soft, rounded shape, elbow slightly bent. 2 arms together, half height. Carry the circle away from the body. All the way up, half down. Nice. Good, no arms. Shoulder blades back and down. Raising your right arm first, then switch left to stretch. Bottom to top. Bottom, top. Hold it here, freeze. Right heel up and pulse. Little bend, circling the arm. Down the outside, reverse the arm. Down the center, up the outside. Very nice, put that heel down now, starting again to switch. Left to right, left to right. Last set, hold it here. Left heel up, pulse. Circling the arm down. Up the center, reverse. Beautiful, nice. Knees over toes. 2 heels down again. Beautiful. We're going to start using the inner thighs, sliding the heels together, side to side, right and left. Push the floor away. to close. Use those inner thighs. Push down to slide in. Yes. Beautiful. Last two. Hold it here. Palms up. Heels are together. We're in first position. Looks like a letter V. Curling. Now reaching right leg to the side, to the ends of the toes. Then left. Transfer the weight foot to foot. Excellent. To the front. Reaching front, tendu. Very nice, everyone. Beautiful. Same thing to the back. Keep it crossed behind you. This is called a tendu. Full stretch. Let's do this side once more. So you're transferring your weight from the ball of one foot to the ball of the other. Now pressing overhead, flipping down to open. Curl, press, down to open. Excellent. Lift your heels. Overhead, lift the heels. If you wish, that's an option. Rise it up. Use those calves. Close the ribs, tight core. Now this one stays up to balance. Hold. Just the arms open. Now meet in the center, single the other, double twice. Singles again. Elbow in. Other side, elbow in. Double twice. Yes. One more set. Single. You can lower your heels anytime you need to. Double twice. We lower. Palms up, little pulses. Chest open, chin high, long neck. Beautiful. Elbows into your side. Plie. Cross to stretch. Plie open. Lift wide. In. Cross. Open. Wide. Last one. Continue over the head, down the center, pulse. Draw those elbows towards each other. Plie open, arms open, close, flip down, back up. Open, close, down, back up. Open, close, down, back up. Last one. Weights side by side now. Beautiful. Hold it here. We're going to transfer over the left foot. Right heel is high, left arm up, then right toe to the knee. Now drop the top arm back by the ear, straight down, straight up. Anytime you need to, you can put that toe down. Bottom arm drop. 2 in, 2 out. Straight up, straight down. Good. Reach the leg side. 3, 2, 1, and close. Beautiful, nice work. I can see from here. Excellent. All right, shifting to the second side. Transfer first. Get your weight all the way over the ball of the foot. Lift high on that hip. Then right arm up. Left toe to the knee. Find that balance. Top arm drop. Straight by your ear. Remember, stack the weight over the toes. Counterbalance the weight of the lifted leg. Bottom arm drop. Straight to that vertical line. Straight up, straight down. If you wish, add the leg side. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Now step wide. Excellent work, everyone. Really wide. Back to the center, plie. Side arm raise. Open the chest, straight arms. That's it, a little deeper now that we're warmer. Single arms to the front, reach far away from the body. 2 more. Now roll it out like a rolling pin. 2 arms, palms down, palms up to lower down the outside. Rolling pin it out, lower down. 2 more. Little deeper, dig deep. Draw the navel to the spine, lower belly in. Hold the bottom, stepping wider, little circles backwards. Little circles forwards. Yes. Mini circles. Keep those ribs drawing to the center. Now 2 arms meet in the middle, 1 separates. Middle, separate. 4 more. Keep those elbows supported, elevated. Now draw the elbows in by the ribs. Back out. In. Out. In. Hold them in. Wrap across. Elbow to thigh, 90 degrees. Then roll it back. Open that arm like a door. Open the door and close it. Working behind that shoulder blade. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Side bend, arcing, front of the nose. Draw it back from under the shoulder blade, keeping a little bend in the elbow at all times. Nice. Now, 90 degrees at the elbow here. You're gonna kick straight back to straighten the arm. Just isolate the tricep all the way up the back of the upper arm. 4 more. Full stretch, squeeze. Stay low in that plie. Draw the lower abdominals in. Now, straight arm, palms up, little pulse. Up to the ceiling, pulse. 6, 7, 8, slowly back through the center. Preparing the second side. This one stays down, hold, elbow to thigh, other arm 90 degrees in front. We open it up like a door. Chest square to the front of the room. Lay that shoulder blade flat against the back. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Side bend. Slow it down. Arcing in front of the nose. Breathe it back. A little bend in the elbow. Arcing. Breathe it back. 90 degrees at the elbow, then kick straight back. Find the triceps all the way up the back of the upper arm. 2 more. Now straight arm, pulsing up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring it back through the center. Very nice. Just easy plie here. Now I'd like you to slide your heels together, bring it back. I'm just gonna shift to the side. Excellent. All right, we're going to face the corner. So whichever corner you wish of your room. First position, heels together. And I'm going to stand with one foot tucked behind. So my back knee is slightly bent. I've just tucked it behind and my heel is raised. This back foot is just for balance. Most of my weight is on my front leg. Back leg takes a little bit, but it's basically acting like a kickstand on a bicycle, okay? We're going to take our weights in the same leg as the front standing leg, both weights or one. Other hand is on the hip. I'd like you to bend your knees, flat back, let your seat lead out behind you, flat back, touch the floor, and then we're going to reach up overhead into a nice side bend, slightly in front of the nose, and then we come all the way down to the floor and side bend up. Easy down, flat back, so try not to round your spine, allow your seat to stick out behind you. Up, up. Really bend the knees, get low, chest over that front leg, chest low. So it's a half side bend, half forward bend, flat back. All the way up, all the way down, all the way up. That's it, inhale to the floor. Exhale up, inhale to the floor. Really bend that front knee, drop your pelvis as low to the floor as you can. Reach, reach. Inhale. 4 more, drop. And reach. Should really be getting into the glutes here. Drop your pelvis, stick your seat out behind you. That's it, last one. Now we're gonna come down to stay. 2 arms in front, pulsing. Over that front leg, drop your seat, pulse. Squeeze those inner thighs together, get low. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Hold the bottom, now open arms wide, cross, wide. Working between those shoulder blades, like wings opening. 4 more, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then breathe it up. Beautiful. Woo. Hopefully you felt that in that back glute. We're gonna change, face the other corner. So again, we start heels together, first position. Back knee tucks behind, it's slightly bent, my heel is up. And let's just do a test. My weight is mainly on that front leg. Other hand is on the hip. 2 weights or 1, depending on what you're carrying, in the same side as the front leg. So touch to the floor and reach up over a side bend. Make sure this reach is in front of your nose, not behind you. Inhale. Exhale up. See how low you can drop your seat. So really flat back. Stick your tail out behind you. That's it. And drop. Good. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Very nice. 4 more. Breathing, drop. Feel that nice long stretch through the side body. Reach, reach. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now, 2 arms in front, pulsing flat back. Really get low. See if you can get your chest almost on your thigh. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Hold the bottom, open wide with the arms. Working between the shoulder blades. Open. Scoop the lower belly up. 4 more. Nice and slow to come down. And 2, 1, and breathe it up. And float it down. Beautiful. All right, grab a quick sip of water, everyone. We're going to come to the end of the mat. Have your weights beside you on the floor. Grab a quick sip of water. Very nice. How are we doing so far? Everyone okay? Good, beautiful. Okay, we'll come to the end of our mat with our feet together. Have your weights nearby. Okay, toes are touching, everything pointing straight forward. Let's breathe the arms up the outside and exhale, dive, flat back. Leading with the chest and just hang the head at the bottom. Just hang. Now we're gonna walk our hands forward until our palms are flat on the mat. You're in an upside down V position, which I'm going to call your pike position. Tailbones lifting high to the sky. Flat back, lengthening through the crown of the head, dropping the heels. Bend one knee, sink into the straight leg. Really sink into that hip. And then shift to the other, bend the other knee. And then 2 heels down again, raising and lowering the heels. So we're warming up the arches of the feet and the big toe joints and your lower calves. Raising and lowering. Now lift your right toe off the floor, tuck it inside. Left ankle, raise and lower on 1 foot. 4 more, and raise. Raise. Last 2. Last 1, changing feet. Left toe off. Tuck it inside the right ankle. Using those lower calves, scoop the lower belly up. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Now 2 heels back down. Hold that pike. Breathing, breathing. Relax the neck. All right, shifting forward now. Shoulders over wrists. Step back to your plank. Feel free at any time to lower your knees or switch to your elbows. Your choice. All right, holding that plank. Straight line, head to heel. Lift the ribs up. Try not to sink in the low back. Right leg, small pulses to the back. Small lifts, what we call arabesque. Small raises to the back. Switching legs, left leg up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and lower. Hold it here. Breathing. Lower the knees and raise back up. touch, and raise. Touch, raise, touch, raise. Hold it here, pushing back, small step in, find your pike once more, bicycle through your feet. Breathing. And then 2 heels down, right leg, reaching up, up, up to the sky, slowly lower down. Left leg, up, 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 and slowly lower. Right again, don't worry about the height of the leg. Just think of opening up in the hips, lower, left leg, up, 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 and slowly lower. Once more each side. Right leg, up, 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 and lower down, left, up, 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 and lower down. Beautiful. Shift forward again, step back to your plank. Now, everyone can feel free to take a rest here for a second. Lower your knees and watch my full set, then you can join when you're ready. Okay, so the pattern is we have knees touch, leg raise, rock forward, knee to elbow, step back, and then open to the side and come back down. I'll show the other leg. We have knees touch. We have leg raise and lower, rock forward, knee to the elbow, step back, open the arm, side plank, and come back down, okay? So it's a 4-part series. I'll take it nice and slow. We'll do right, left, twice. Starting with our right leg. Take a break anytime you need to. So preparing. Ready, we're up in the plank. Starting with our knee tap. Here we go. Knees tap, right leg, raise and lower, rock forward, knee, step back, side plank, and come back to the center. Hold, breathing, ready for left, 6, 7, here we go. Knee tap, raise the leg to the back, rock forward, knee to elbow, step back, side plank, and stay in the middle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right leg again, tap the knees. Tap, arabesque, up and lower, touch the knees, step back, side plank, back to the center. Anytime you need to, you can put those knees down. Coming up to our final set, here we go. Knee tap, touch, arabesque, raise and lower, rock forward, knee to elbow, step back, side open, and then this time, come all the way down. Open your knees, everyone. Sit back. Release in the crease of the hips. Beautiful. Rock it side to side. Nice work. When you're ready, roll it up. Give those shoulders a circle backwards. Give those wrists a circle. Beautiful work. Nice. We'll be taking the weight now in our right hand. So right hand has the weight. On our hands and knees. Left leg directly back. Left leg to the back. Right hand will be by your hip. Palm facing the ceiling. We'll be raising the leg and arm together. So pressing arm backwards as we raise the leg 4 times. Nice and smooth, control. Pulsing 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Starting arm to the side. 4, 3, 2. Arm to the side. That's it. Pulsing up for 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last set, overhead. Arm overhead. Leg continues to the back. 2 and 1. Pulsing up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the weight. Hands off the weight. Now bring your knee to your chest. In. Reach it back. In. Reach it back. Nice and long. 4 more. Use the abdominals to draw the knee in. Full stretch to the back. Now bring it in to lift under the thigh to the side like a dog in a hydrant. Lower, raise, lower, stay up, pulsing up to the side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now keep the thigh up, extend to the diagonal, bend in, extend, bend in, extend, halfway in, extend, halfway in, and lower down. Beautiful. Sit back. Slow preparation to the second side, changing hands. So your left hand has the weight now. Right palm is flat on the mat. Right leg is back. Palm is by your side. Raising to the back. Here we go. 4. So this is counter stability, opposite arm, opposite upper body to lower body. Pulsing up for 8, 7, 6, 5. Controlled movements. Now to the side with the arm. 3, 2, 1. Arm to the side. 2. Pulse. Pulse. 5, 6. Arm overhead. Last 4. 3. Reach it long. Pulsing up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Lower the weight. Knee to chest. Bring it in. Reach back. In. Reach back. In. 4 more. Full extension. Bring it in. Lift under the thigh to the side. Lower. Raise the thigh. Lower. Raise. Stay up to pulse. Keep that knee pointing forward. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now keep the thigh up. Extend from the knee. Half in. Extend. Half in. Extend. Half bend. And come all the way down. Sit back. Beautiful, everyone. Give it a rock side to side. And slowly roll up once more. Excellent work. Nice. Okay, we're going to face the front now. Let's take our mat, fold it over once more, and we'll be coming onto our right hip. So our right hip, my right forearm is on the mat. My knees are slightly bent, stacked one on top of the other. My left hand has the weight. If you wish to use it, you may not. So this is a 4-part series. First part is just the hips. I'll demonstrate and we'll do it together. So hips up, down, twice. Very simple. Working from your underside, from your obliques on the underside of your body. Second set is opening the knee and the arm together twice. Third set, knee point straight forward. This is straight up. So parallel, we're working the side of the hip. That's the third set. And then the fourth is full extension, arm and leg. Doesn't have to be high for 2. Okay, so it's 2 of each. 3 sets through. Keep breathing. Really lifting the underside of your ribs. Pulling the shoulder blade down the back. Shoulder away from your ear. Let's do it together. 5, 6. Bottom hip. Here we go. And raise. Lower. Raise. Open the knee and the arm together. Twice. Now, parallel rows. Straight up. Straight up. Full stretch. Arm and leg. Starting again. Just the hip. Just the hip. Then open the door. Then straight up parallel. Full extension. Full stretch. Last set. Keep raising and lowering the hips. Up and down. Up. Open the door. Raise straight up. And full stretch. That's it. Come up to hold. Stay. 4, 3, 2. Extend leg front. 3, 2, extend legs, side, 3, 2, and then come all the way down. Beautiful. Okay, open that mat up again. We'll be all the way down on our side. Okay, on our side, our bottom arm, so that's our right arm, wrapped across the front of the body over the ribs. Top hand, left hand on the floor in front. Pressing that palm into the floor, you're going to bring your body up and extend the leg if you wish. That's optional. That's optional. Lower the body slowly. So we're working our triceps and then our obliques up the side of the body and the upper arm to bring you up. Here we go. All the way up, slowly down. All the way up, push firmly into the floor. Bring the body all the way up to a straight arm. That's it. Exhale, use your breath. The coming down is the hardest part and the most important part. Put the brakes on. And up, up. Slowly lower. Push, push. Use your exhale to come up. Up, up. And slowly lower. Up, up. 2 more, everyone. Breathing. Exhale, push. Last one. Very nice. Stay down. Slide your top leg slightly forward. Place your hand on it and let the arm fall back into the twist, looking up at the ceiling. Breathe deeply into the twist. Just hold this position, breathing deeply here. Then circle the arm up, over the head, run it down the front of the body. Keep circling backwards, up, over the head, and then slowly bring yourself back up. Wonderful. Let's face the front before we do the second side on our seat. On our seat, knees are together. Hands are just behind our knees. We're going to incline halfway back, scoop the lower belly in, starting with your right leg, extending from the knee. And extend. And reach. Just isolating the lower thigh muscles, your VMO muscles, just above the kneecap. Yes. And reach. Now 2 legs together. Extend. 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 Flex your feet, push through the heels, push through the heels, and push through the heels and stay here. Turn outwards with your toes, point, hands down on the floor, sideways scissors, crossing the legs over and under, over, under, over, under. Very nice. 5, 6, 7, take them again behind the knees, extend, toes, extend, tap, extend, and flex your feet, heels down, push, heels, push, heels, push, stay up, turn out, and point. Last set of scissors, hands down, sideways slice, slice. Last 4, 3, 2, 1, and then just fold over the legs. Bend knees, drop the head. Good work, everyone. Just release the glutes. Beautiful. And when you're ready, we'll just come onto our second side, folding the mat once more for our elbow. We're on our left hip now. Right hand has the weight. Knees are stacked, one on top of the other. Ready to raise the hip using the underside of the body. Here we go. Hips up and lower. Up. Now open the door, arm and leg together. And then lift parallel, knee pointing front. Elbows straight up to the ceiling. then 2 stretch, full stretch. Just hips, twice. Just hip, then open the door, turn out, turn in, turn out. Straight up, row. Row, extend, straight up, and to the toes. That's it, last set. Hip, just the hips, turning out, open the knee and the arm. Parallel, row. Full extension. Come up to stay. Hold 4, 3, 2. Extend leg front. 4, 3, 2. Extend leg side. 4, 3, 2. Very nice. Come on down. Beautiful, everyone. Open up that mat. Come all the way down onto your side. Now this side, it's your left arm. Left arm wrapped across the body from underneath over your waist. Top hand, right hand, plant the palm in front of your shoulder. Now we're gonna raise the body up and extend the leg if you wish. You don't have to do the leg, that's optional. Up, up, slowly down. Put the brakes on to lower. Up, up, put the brakes on. Exhale. That's it, very nice. Use the breath. Most important thing is slowing down the descent. Up, up. Down, down, very nice. Push that palm. Exhale. Yes, all of the side body here, your obliques are working like mad to help. 2 more. Exhale, push the floor away. Slowly descend, last one. Up, up. Down, down. Now bring that knee forward. Place your bottom hand on the thigh and let the top arm and the body roll back into the twist, facing the ceiling. Let that back shoulder blade fall to the floor. This should feel delicious. Breathe here. And then circle that arm up, run it down the front of the body. And keep circling the arm back behind you, up over the head, and down the front of the body. Last one, just hold the twist, stay here. And then you're going to gently curl in to bring yourself back up onto your side. Fabulous. Quick sip of water, everyone, and then we will be facing forward on our hands and knees. Great work. So weights are off to the side now. We're not using them. On our hands and knees. Shoulders will be stacked. That's it. Okay. I'd like to start with a parallel version of this, meaning everything will be pointing straight forward, knees pointing straight down, and then we'll move into turnout in a second. So start by tucking your toes, and we'll be using our right leg, raising slow and controlled, heel to ceiling, up, up for 2, and down, down for 2. Very simple, smoothly up, smoothly down. So try not to open up or turn out in the hip. Straight up, up, and down, down. Scooping the lower belly up, trying not to sink into your lumbar spine. And low, and staying up. Now 3 pulses, up, 2, 3, slowly down. Heel, up, up, slowly down. Pulsing up, 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 slowly down, up. Now lifting your bottom knee with the top leg up, up, and slowly just off the floor. And up, up, slowly down. And up, up. Don't worry about straightening either leg. We're just bringing the body up and slowly controlling it down. It's the coming down that's the strengthening part. Up, up. That bottom leg controlling the body down. And lower. Last one. Up, up, up. And hold it here. Hover just off the floor, parallel with the floor. Then extend the back leg straight behind you, straight behind, and then lower. Come down, sit back, fold over those legs. Nice work. Breathing into the low back, give yourself a shift side to side. And then coming back to the center, stack your shoulders over your wrists, tuck your toes. Left leg begins, straight up, straight down. Slowly 2 counts up, 2 counts down. It's very tempting to open the knee out to the side to get the leg up. Try not to. Try and stay parallel for this one. We'll do the turnout in a second. So we want to target the medial hamstring right up the center of the back thigh and the center of the glutes. Now 3 pulses. Up, 2, 3, slowly down, driving that heel through the ceiling. Up, slowly down, and pulse. 2, 3, lift the ribs up. Good. Now, take your time. Bottom leg lifts with the top. Slowly down. Slowly up. Control it down. Control it up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. This one stays just off the floor. Stay, stay, stay. Extend leg back. Hold, 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 and come on down. Open up your knees. Beautiful work, everyone. Sit back. Fold over them. Give yourself a shift side to side. And then take your time to roll up. Give yourself a circle backwards of the shoulders when you're ready. Beautiful. We're going to repeat the exact same exercise but turned out. And what I mean by that is, instead of raising straight up, I will be opening my knee to the side. So working in the hips, use my rotators, tuck that ankle behind the other. Keep that turned out position. So I want my knee pointing slightly outwards as I raise the leg. So instead of here, I'm open and I'm getting more into the outside of my glutes, my glute meats, and all the way up the outside of the hamstring, the lateral hamstring. So let's tuck that left leg behind. Find that turnout. Keep the shoulders square. Raising nice and slow for 2 counts. Here we go. Up, up. Down, down. So it's still an arc to the back. So you're raising the leg to the back. It's just turned out in the hip joint. Up, up. So reaching long behind you. Just a slight bend of the knee. In. Arcing up, back. Now 3 pulses. Pulsing up. 2, 3, slowly down. Up. 2, 3, slowly down. Pulse, 2, 3, slowly down. Pulse, 2, 3, and stay down. Now tuck your bottom toes. Same idea as last time. We're going to raise everything together and lower together. Up, up, up. Down, down, down. Up, up, up. Yes, nice work, everyone. 3 more. Up, up, up. Down, down, down. Up, up, up. Down, down. Now once more. Up, up, up. And stay. Hold. 5, 6, 7. Extend leg back. Hold. Stay. 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 And come down. Woo! Lots of work for those quads. Rock it side to side. Good work, everyone. We're almost through this set. All right, back to your hands and knees. Final set. Right foot, right leg turned out, right foot tucked behind the left ankle. So feel that knee opening 45 degrees outwards. Ready to raise. So remember, this is still raising to the back and in. So it's not a sideways lift, it's an arcing to the back, but we are just open in the hip. And up, up, and slowly down. That's it. Arc, arc, and control in. So you're drawing a U shape in the air from the end of your big toe. Swoop it up, swoop it down without dropping in your belly. Lift that lower belly up. 3 pulses. Up, 2, 3, slowly down. So we're really working the outer part of your glutes, your seat muscles. Up, up, 1 more, pulse, 2, 3, and stay down. Tuck your bottom toes, lifting both together. Up, up, slowly down. And up, up, slowly down. And up, up, slowly down. This is all about the control. The control on the way up, the control on the way down. Once more. Up, up, up. Hold it here. 4, 4, 3, 2. Extend the leg to the back. 4, 3, 2. Now come down. Sit back. Fold over the legs. Excellent. Give it a rock. Side to side. Beautiful. Woo. The reason that exercise is so exhausting is because your entire body is fully engaged. It's not just an exercise that focuses on your legs, your glutes, or just your core in isolation, or just your arms. The whole body is working to raise and lower itself in a controlled fashion. So if you're finding it exhausting, you should. That's a good thing. Flipping onto our back now, grab a sip of water, and then we'll be on our seat. So I'd like to focus a little more intently on your hamstrings, the back of the leg, the thighs, and your glutes, particularly your upper glutes. Or sorry, your lower glutes, your upper hamstrings. We're gonna be on our back. Your feet will be hip width apart, so not too wide, but not touching. About hip width, parallel, both knees pointing straight up to the ceiling. Arms at either side, palms resting softly on the floor. Now, I'd like you to press your heels into the floor to bring your hips up and slowly come down. So this is a full bridge, driving the heels into the floor, 4 counts up and slowly 4 counts down. So I'd like you to think about the heels pushing into the mat rather than the toes, slowly down. Very controlled action, slow, 2, 3, 4, and down. 2, now 2 counts up, 2 counts down, and lower, lower, and up, up, and down, down. Keep those knees parallel with each other. Slowly down, slowly up. Now 3 pulses at the top. 2, 3, slowly down. Pulse, 2, 3, slowly down. Up, 2, 3, slowly down. Last one. Good, you're gonna come up and stay, hold it. Hold that position, full bridge. Now, pressing your knees together, pressing in and open. Press in, open. Close the knees, release. Close, 4 more. Press the knees, open. Find those upper inner thighs. Squeeze, open, squeeze. Now come in to stay. Hold the knees together. Don't let them separate. Press in, press in, press in. And let it go now, roll down, beautiful. Now, right leg will be slightly bent and raised in the air. And our left heel will be raised. Hi, Sophie. Our left heel will be raised, so the foot that's on the ground, lift that heel. Move out of the way, Sophie. Okay, in this position, same thing. 2 counts up, 2 counts down. And up, up. And down, down. Keep that bottom heel high. Try and press your big toe into the floor, not your baby toe. and heel up, and lower, and up, up, and lower. Now 3 pulses at the top. 1, 2, 3, slowly down. 1, 2, 3, slowly down. Pulse, 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 down, pulse, pulse, pulse. Good. Now come up to stay. You're going to carry the leg halfway side. Right leg open. Carry it back to the center once more. Slowly open the leg to the side and back, and then lower down. Hug your knees to your chest, flex your feet, rock it side to side. Feet back to the floor again. Left leg is in the air, slightly bent. Right heel is high. 2 counts. Up, up, and lower. Raising the hips. Up, up, and lower. And up, and lower. Press the big toe in the floor. 3 pulses at the top. 1, 2, 3, slowly down. 1, 2, 3, slowly down. 1, 2, 3, slowly down. 1, 2, 3. We're going to come up to stay. Hold it here. Now carry the left leg halfway to the side. Bring it back to the middle. Press those arms down to the floor. Open side. Bring it back to the center and then lower. Flex your feet. Rock it side to side once more. Beautiful. Now feet together. Big toes are touching. Arms are down. So feet are together. We're going to raise up the hips. Hold it. Now I'd like you to lift your right toe off and place it just inside the left knee. Keeping the hips up, don't let them drop. We're going to extend to the ceiling, lower straight leg flex, tap the heel, back up to the ceiling, flex, and then bend right toe inside left knee. Here we go, extend, lower flex, raise flex, and bend. Extend, lower straight leg, and raise, and bend. Keep the hips up, stretch, lower, raise, and bend once more. Stretch, lower flex, raise flex, and then come all the way down. Beautiful. Open the knees for a second. Just let them flop open, releasing the hips, and back to the center. Close, press down, drive the hips up. Now left toe inside right knee. Same thing, second side. Extending, left leg to ceiling, lower flex, tap heel, raise leg, and bend. And point, lower flex, raise flex, point. Extend, lower flex, raise flex, point. Once more, keep the hips up, and lower, raise, and come all the way down. Hug those knees, rock it side to side, and then roll it up. Hopefully you felt that all the way up the backs of the legs. I wanted to do another kneeling exercise for today, but I think we're running out of time and I'd like to give you a little bit of a cool down, so I'll save it for next week. Let's start facing front on our seat with our feet together in a diamond. Beautiful. And we'll just cup our hands over our toes and just fold over the legs. Drop the head. Just breathing into the back. Slowly rolling up. Let's bring our feet a little closer. We're going to bring our right foot closest to our pelvis. Our right foot, and then we're going to place our left foot on top of the opposite leg. And if it doesn't want to go on top, don't force it, just leave it on the floor in the front. If it can, just rest it on top. We're going to take our right arm up the outside, beside our head, draw our elbow behind, and give it a gentle pull behind the head. And then from here, I'd like you to take your fingertips, pull your fingertips down, and drop your head back. And then cross that arm over, turn your head towards the shoulder. And then let that arm float open and down. We're gonna fold our body over our top knee and just hang. And if you can, place that elbow all the way on the floor and reach the arm over the head into a side bend. And then just rock forward with your body, straight in front, folding directly forward over the legs. Slowly roll up. You're going to take your left hand, place it inside the left heel. Kitty, stop fighting. Extending that leg. See if you can straighten it all the way. It may not want to. Just try and open up behind the knee. And then you're going to bend and flex. And then see if you can go a little further into that stretch. So we're opening up the hamstring here. I feel like we've got Wild Kingdom happening with my cats. And then we'll switch hands. Take your right hand to the outside edge, over top, outside edge of that foot. And then just cross it over the body. So you'll be getting the stretch now through your lateral hamstring, your IT band, all the way up the outside of the leg. Just gaze over that shoulder. And then gently lower that leg, and we'll be switching now, so your right foot will go on top of the left leg. And we'll take our left arm up, stretching our tricep, draw the elbow behind. Cat stop. Fingertips down, let your head fall back. And then cross the arm over, gazing over that shoulder. And then just open the arm to the side. We'll fold now over that top knee. Drop the head heavy. Stop fighting. And if you can, rest that elbow on the floor and add the side bend so you get a nice pull all the way down the side of the body here. And then just fold straight forward. And then right hand inside right heel. Let's see if we can open up behind that knee. If it doesn't want to straighten all the way, no problem. Just go to where you feel a little bit of a pull behind the knee, and then flex. And see if you can take it a little further. Excellent. And then switching hands over the top of the foot, hold the outside edge and cross it over. So now you're feeling it down the outside of the hamstring. Just breathing into the outside of that leg. I know this one's intense. And then gently release. And we'll come forward onto our knees. And just tuck your toes. Lift your hips up and back. We'll open up to hip width and walk our hands back towards our feet. And slowly start to roll up, carry the arms up overhead. And I always finish with a little reverence, so we'll start in first and we'll step wide to the side. Knee behind knee, lift. And exhale all the air into the lungs. And then the other side, stepping wide. Knee behind knee, inhale. And then exhale. And breath. Beautiful. Wonderful work, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I'm just going to pause the recording.